Hi, I'm Amy from Whiteacres and I help businesses to feel confident by creating a business image which stands out and inspires confidence in their audience. Yesterday, I spoke about branding at the Step Online event organised by Maria Albertson and Julia Harris. Julia spoke about relationship marketing and Paul Wakefield covered telling your story, sales funnels and Facebook advertising. It was a jam-packed day full of information. During Paul's talk, he mentioned using video to show people who you are, to create content quickly for SEO, and because video increases conversions. I'm sure there's loads of other reasons as well. And my main reason for not doing video before I started doing these was that the idea just really freaked me out. Reasons that people gave in the room were not knowing what to say, not having the time, all great reasons, but all something you can definitely overcome with a bit of planning if you feel that it's worth it. At the end, he asked for some video testimonials, and a few people were brave enough to oblige, which was really, really good. I started doing videos after doing a video testimonial, and this was asked after an event by Paul, and I wouldn't do it there because I was too nervous. I said I would write him one, but I felt like I should do one because everybody else did. So I went back to my office and I did one the next day. And then there was another video. My next video after that was like my first proper video, and immediately after that I threw up. Even though there was no one else in the house, there was just me and my phone. I was just really, really nervous. So the thing is, as Paul said yesterday, people buy from people. And so I started doing these videos, and I've definitely seen that it's been worth it. It's definitely worth it because it's true. People do buy from people. I have clients now that I didn't have before because they've watched my videos and felt as if they know me enough to want to work with me. So I am as much a part of my brand as my logo, as my little bird that I use, as the typefaces I use, all the colours, everything I put into it. Doing video is definitely worth the effort, and it's also been really good for getting me used to talking as well. I'd never have said yes to speaking yesterday if I hadn't been doing these videos. So today I thought what I'd do is I'd give you some little tips on how to create a video just to show you how easy it is and that you don't need to worry. So my first tip, there's 12 of them, is the camera. There are a bucket loads of different cameras that you can use. I mean, I just use my iPhone. It's my iPhone that I'm speaking at right now, and that works great. Just make sure that you're happy with what you're using. If it doesn't fulfill your needs, you can go and get something different. Get a tripod. I don't have a very big tripod. It's about that big. It extends a little bit. I could do with one with longer legs, but at the moment I stack it up on boxes. There's a mini hobby case toolbox and a tissue box, and then there's a box lid to stick my tripod in on top of all of that. But I know it's not going to fall over, and that's fine. So I'm probably going to get one with longer legs. I would consider getting one with longer legs, and they don't have to be very expensive. I think mine was about £7 or something. And make sure you put it up as high as you can. Well, not as high as you can, but sort of, it's a bit above where my head is, so then you don't get like massive chin problems. Which is handy. And then the other thing is that when you set it up, you'll be over there on the other side of the camera. Try and make sure it's in focus before you sit down, which is something I don't always make sure of. And then I have to re-record, or it looks okay, and then when I put it on the screen, it isn't. So that's quite important. The tripod and focusing is really important. My third tip is that if you don't want to use a camera, if you don't actually want to be in the video, then that's something that's possible as well. You can create some slides in PowerPoint or something and then just talk over them and the slides will show. You can use something like Screencast-O-Matic, which is really cheap. It's about $15 a year. Or something like Camtasia or ScreenFlow, which are more expensive. I don't know very much about them because I haven't felt that I needed them. But there's all kinds of different things you can use to capture your screen while you're talking so that you don't actually have to be in it. My fourth tip is to get a microphone. This doesn't have to be expensive. I have headphones with a microphone attached, which I actually thought were going to be a sort of in-between thing, but it works out absolutely fine. I don't think it's a problem, so I'm just quite happy to keep going with that. So that just shows how cheap it needs to be. My fifth tip is to think about lighting. I just move the curtains right back, and I try not to record when it's getting dark, so I try to record earlier in the day. Which might not work all year. So you might want to consider lighting, or you might want to record somewhere else. A conservatory is really good for lighting. Although, of course, you have to worry about shadows from the window frames. So just have a really good think about where you're going to record so that the lighting will work for you. My sixth tip is to plan what you're going to say before you start rambling, unless rambling works really well for you, but I couldn't do that. So obviously, as you can see, I write a blog post every week and then I use that blog post to make a video. So it's all planned and structured and I know what I'm doing. You can use a video to do lots of different things. You don't have to use it for blogging. You can use it to to explain about a new product or a service. You can use it to describe your opt-in offer. You can use it to welcome people to your website or to give really quick tips. If you use Instagram, for example, videos can only be 15 seconds long, so why not try that to start with if you're a bit nervous about the time. Or you can use it to run through a training or to explain how to use something. There's just so many things that you can do on video that's really adaptable. It's really handy. My 7th tip is to use bullet points to make sure you don't miss anything. So you can use something like qprompter.com and have the words on a screen so that you can just read them. If you do this, think carefully about where you put your camera so it doesn't look too obvious. Or you could use that for bullet points or for the actual words. My 8th tip is to look in the mirror before you start, because then you know that you look okay and you're not going to watch the video and think, oh my goodness, I forgot to put my teeth in. Or if you spot it, I should have covered it up. You'll feel more confident about doing your video if you're going to be in it, if you know that you look acceptable. My 9th tip is to make sure that the background isn't messy. So piles of clothes or paperwork are just going to be really distracting for your viewers. So I just have a white wall. But you might decide that you've got sort of like a really nice bookcase or a fireplace or something that you're going to have in the background, and use whatever works for you. And because I'm big on branding, I would say try and keep it consistent. So always try and do your videos in the same place. So you've always got the same backgrounds. People are used to what is going to be in your video. Though I wouldn't say that was always necessary. Certainly not if you're going to do like on the move videos where you're sitting in your car or you're going to the shops or whatever. But if you're going to sit and do something regularly, a bit like my blogs, it's quite good to be consistent so people know what to expect. My 10th tip is don't worry about it. If it doesn't go well, you can just do it again. Because when you record, it's not going straight online as you're recording. It's going to go online when you want it to go online. And eventually, with a bit of practice, honestly, you'll find that you'll be able to do it in one take. It's just about practice. Practice makes perfect. My 11th tip is don't forget to smile, even if you feel nervous. I definitely felt when I did my first videos I didn't smile enough, so I used to put little smiley faces all over my notes and sticky fix-it note on the back of my phone with a smiley face on to try and remind myself to smile, because I just felt that I wasn't looking happy enough because I was really nervous. So it's not really a problem now. My last tip is that when you've recorded your video, there's lots of different things that you can do with it. I just upload mine to YouTube from my phone, and you can trim the ends, or you can edit in iMovie or another program. I have Video Enhance on my phone, so I can edit videos on there. Or just use small sections of it. You can add effects and all kinds of things. I don't do it very often. Just have to experiment to see what works best for you, what makes you feel happiest about your videos. So yeah, so that's it. That's my 12 tips for making videos. So if you have any more, it would be really great if you comment below, because there's always room for improvement. And if you have a video channel, like a YouTube channel or something like that, or a video that you'd like people to view, then please pop your link below so that we can all go and have a look at it.